Yes.
Was that the right story? I'm not saying something. I'm saying something.
All of us.
In the right place, excuse me. 2 Samuel chapter number 2. And let's go down to verse number 8.
Amen.
Amen. Praise God. If we can all stand for the reading of the word of God. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. 2 Samuel chapter 2. Let's look at verse 8. And we're going to read verse 8 through 11. We can just say amen one more time.
Amen.
It says, But Abner, the son of Ner, the captain of Saul's host, took Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, and brought him over to Mahanaim, and made him king over Gilead, and over the Asherites, and over Jezreel, and over Ephraim, and over Benjamin, and over all Israel. And Ishbosheth, Saul's son, was 40 years old when he began to reign over Israel, and reigned 2 years. But the house of Judah followed David. And the time that David was king in Hebron over the house of Judah was 7 years and 6 months. And you can be seated and turn to 2 Samuel chapter 3. We're going to read verses 1 through 21. Lengthy part of scripture, but I want to read this to you. It says, Now there was a long war between the house of Saul and the house of David, but David waxed stronger and stronger, and the house of Saul waxed weaker and weaker. And unto David were born in Hebron, and his firstborn was Amnon. Okay, verse 3, his second, Chileab, the wife of Abigail, of Abigail, the wife of Nabal, the Carmelite, and the third, Absalom, the daughter of Talmai, king of Jeshur, and the fourth, Adonijah, the son of Haggith, and the fifth, Shephatiah, of the son of Abitai, and the sixth, Ephraim. All right, let's go down to verse 6. And it came to pass while there was a war between the house of Saul and the house of David that Abner made himself strong for the house of Saul. And Saul had a concubine whose name was Rizpah, the daughter of Aiah, and Ishbosheth said to Abner, Wherefore hast thou gone in unto my father's concubine? Then Abner was very wroth for the words of Ishbosheth, and said, Am I a dog's head, which against Judah do show kindness this day unto the house of Saul thy father, and to his brethren, and to his friends, and have not delivered you into the hand of David, that you charged me today with a thought concerning this woman? Verse 9. So do God to Abner, and more also, except as the Lord has sworn to David, even so I do to him. I'm explaining all this in a minute. To translate the kingdom from the house of Saul, and to set up the throne of David over Israel and Judah from Dan even to Beersheba. And he could not answer, talking about Ishbosheth. He could not answer Abner a word again because he feared him. And Abner sent messages to David and on his behalf, saying, Whose is the land? Saying also, Make thy league with me, or make a covenant with me. And behold, my hand shall be with you, to bring about all of Israel unto you. And he said, Well, I will make a league with you. But one thing I will require of you, that is, you shall not see my face, except you first bring Michal, Saul's daughter, when thou comest to see my face. Or Michal, some people pronounce her name. Verse 14. And David sent messengers to Ishbosheth, Saul's son, saying, Deliver me my wife Michal, which I espoused to me for 100 foreskins of the Philistines. He had to fight for this one. When you go back and read the story, he had to fight. Okay, Saul said, you want to marry my daughter? Okay, you got to bring me back 100 foreskins of Philistines. And David did it. And Saul was shocked that he did it. But God was with David. And Ishbosheth sent and took her from her husband. She was already with another man. amen, from Phathiel, the son of Laish. And her husband went with her along, weeping behind her from Bahurim. He was just crying along the way, saying, don't leave, don't take my wife, don't take her. A lot going on in this story. Then said Abner unto him, look, man, go return home. Nothing you're going to do to stop this situation. Politics is going on right now. And your wife is caught up in the middle of it. Politics is happening. And Abner had communication with the elders of Israel, saying, you sought for David in times past to be king over you. Now then do it. For the Lord has spoken of David, saying, by the hand of my servant David, I will save my people Israel out of the hand of the Philistines and out of the hand of all their enemies. And Abner also spake in the ears of Benjamin, the youngest tribe, the smallest tribe in Israel. And Abner went also to speak in the ears of David in Hebron, and all that seemed good to Israel, and all that seemed good to the whole house of Benjamin. So Abner came to David to Hebron, and 20 men with him, and David made Abner and the men that were with him a feast. And Abner said unto David, I will arise and go, and will gather all of Israel unto my lord the king, that they may make a league with you, that you mayest reign over all that thine heart desireth. And David sent Abner away, and he went in peace. Praise God. Amen. Might as well switch this here. Thank you, Jesus. Amen. Thank you, Lord. Hallelujah. We turn up a little bit. Amen. Right now, saints of God, we are in a political season. That's good. Amen. It's the summertime, but we are in the thick or in the midst of a political season right now.
Yeah.
It is only going to get worse till November. Your TV is going to be flooded with politics. You're going to see television ads and commercials. One group talking about another group. One camp badmouthing another camp. It's political season. And in a few months, we'll either elect a new president or re-elect the current one. Whatever your choice is. It's your business. Amen? Your business. Your vote. Your business. We're going to re-elect the one we have, or we're going to get a new one. But we must remember that politics is nothing but a game. When you start thinking that politics is going to really change your life, you've messed up.
That's true.
You think your life is going to get better because of a person is on? Yeah, you got to change your thinking. Politics is nothing more than a political game. But it's a very, very powerful political game. Amen, somebody? Amen. And one of the best politicians in the Bible was a man named Abner. Abner was a politician. He was good at his job. But when you go back into the history of Abner, when we just read in chapter 2, verse 8 through 11, Abner actually started out as captain in Saul's army. He was a leader of men. He was like a general. He had a host of men that he commanded. And when you get into the relationship between a captain and a king, it is a very, very close relationship. A king puts the captain in someone that he trusts, and someone that he believes is very faithful and loyal. He puts that man in control of his army, and he better make the right decision, because if that person is not loyal, that person can turn on you because he already has control of your army. So you better believe Abner was very, very faithful and very, very loyal to Saul. And when we get into the story, you're going to see how faithful he really was. He did his job very well as Saul's captain of his army. But then after the death of Saul, okay, because Saul and his son Jonathan died in the same battle against the Philistines, if you recall correctly. After the death of King Saul, Abner began to make political moves. He used his alliances. He used his relationships he had as a captain to make a career change. Sort of like a ball player. Leaves from playing in the field to now working in the TV booth. See that a lot now, amen? They say, well, that's the future. I want to stay around the game, but I'm going to get into the TV booth now. Or stay-at-home mom is now getting a secular job after her kids get older. A career move. Amen. Everybody makes career moves in their life.
Amen.
Amen. It's rare to stay in the same job for 40 years anymore. Amen. You're going to get hired and you're going to get fired. I hate to say it.
Yes.
I'm not speaking lay off over anybody's life, but it happens. Amen. To think that it does not happen is to be naive. So you have to get ahead of the game.
Yes. Amen.
And that's what Abner did. He got ahead of the game. He said, well, you know what? Yes, I can stay as a captain in the army, but he said there's another job that's kind of important now. Abner saw his future as a political advisor. He said, I can advise this young man. He said, I know the game of politics. I know having an army behind you. I know what the people want. I know what it takes to be empowered. I was empowered for a long time. And so we now have Ishbosheth, Saul's son. I can put him on the throne and I can work my magic through him now. Amen. Sort of like Dick Cheney with President Bush. Amen. When you guys get into history, you'll find out who was really running the country. Dick Cheney was running this country. Amen. He was running this place. And he saw his future as a political advisor. So he used his influence and he took Ishbosheth, Saul's son, and made him king over all of Israel. But David remained king over Judah. So the nation was, in effect, split between two different factions. And the Bible talks about how it led to a long war between David's camp and the remnant of Saul's camp. Even though Saul was now dead. They were still fighting. But Saul's influence and his authority became weaker among the people, and David's influence became stronger. David was getting stronger, but Saul's influence was getting weaker. It's a political game going on here. And you know how it is. When things aren't going too well in your life, when things aren't going too well on the job, things aren't going too well in the family, attitudes start popping up.
Yes.
Tempers start popping up.
Yes.
Looks start getting thrown at people. Whispers and gossip and innuendo start happening around town. Amen? Phone calls start getting made. Emails and text messages start getting sent out. And King Ishbosheth said to Abner, he asked him, I heard you've been sleeping around with Rizpah. I heard you've been messing around with her. You just read that in chapter 3. See, Rizpah was a concubine of King Saul. Amen. One of Saul's women. Saul, who was now dead. Let me explain this for a minute. See, in the Bible, a concubine was a woman acquired by a man as a secondary wife. And her purpose was to provide a male heir in the case of a barren wife. Amen. Sort of like Hagar with Sarah. Also to provide for children in general to enhance the family's workforce and wealth. And to satisfy the man's sexual desires. That was kind of the real reason. A concubine was endowed with rights and protections by Hebrew law, but was not equal in status to a wife. Amen. That's the role of a concubine. A concubine in the Bible actually had legal rights. See, a woman's status as a concubine was higher than a slave, but lower than a wife. And they were entitled to proper food and proper clothing. You just couldn't treat them any old kind of way. Amen. And concubines could not get a bill of divorce like a wife could. You were tied to that man in your role as long as he lived. Amen. And a concubine's children were legitimate. But they may have been socially considered secondary to the children born from a wife. Amen. That's why when you get into the Bible, when Joseph's brothers came to him in Egypt, and he called them spies, and he was disguising himself from them, when it came to feed all his brethren, amen, he put a double portion on his younger brother's Benjamin's plate. Because they were born of the same woman, who was Jacob's wife. Come on, somebody. But some of the other children were children of the handmaid. Amen. Praise God. So the heirs of the real wife, amen, they had more rights than the children of the bondwoman, or the concubine. Amen. See, this situation when Ishbosheth asked Abner, are you messing around with my daddy's concubine? It turned into a political scandal involving a woman. When you get into the Bible. Men in Washington have seen their fair share of scandals involving women. Can I get an amen? Amen. Pastors have seen their fair share of scandals involving women. Amen? Amen. Praise God. Leaders have seen their fair share of scandals involving women. Men with power seem to always allow themselves to get trapped and locked into these stupid scandals. All the time. Always getting in these scandals. That's why you can't put your trust in the politicians.
Amen.
I don't care who he is. Don't trust politicians. Don't let your heart get broken over a politician.
Okay, now.
Oh, he's gone. That was gone. That was a great one. Amen. Don't get caught up in that. If your heart is broken, you're trusting in the wrong man. Come on, say amen. This is nothing but a game of power and a game of control. It's all politics is. But Abner was a great politician. And notice when he asked him, are you messing around with my daddy's old girl? Look what he said. Verse 8, chapter 3. Abner was very wroth for the words of Ishbosheth and said, am I a dog's head? Am I just anybody that you gonna kick around and talk to in a kind of crazy way? Well, you gotta read between the lines here.
Yeah.
Am I just a dog? We talk any kind of way to a dog, amen? You know who I am, man? I'm Abner. I'm reading your daddy's army. That's some dog head you talking to right now? Amen. Y'all know when you call somebody a dog head on the street, you know how you know the response to some people, amen? They're not going to like that. Am I a dog's head? Which against Judah do show kindness this day unto the house of Saul your father, to his brethren and to his friends, and have not delivered you into the hand of David? And you going to charge me today with a fault concerning this woman? That was his response. Amen. Notice his response to the accusation. Abner didn't admit it. In all those words. He didn't admit it, nor did he deny it. Politician. Ooh, he's playing that game. Come on, say it. Who do you think you're talking to? He said, all those great. He said, man, I've been on your side. I've been on your daddy's side. I helped you get in office. I could have handed your head on a platter to David if I wanted to. He said, I didn't do it. Nor did he answer the question. Playing a political game. Can I say amen, somebody? Amen? That's what our politicians do today. They won't admit it, nor will they deny anything. They scheme, they plot, and they skate around the issue. And most of the time, they'll just flat out lie to your face. That's what a politician does. Don't get caught up in the politics. Don't get caught up in these people. But Abner did try to apply a little reason to the situation. I'm not defending him. Abner did a whole lot of dirt in the Bible. But he did apply a little reason to the situation. He basically said, now listen to this. What you think about this? He basically said, Ishbosheth, you want to accuse me of messing around with one of your dead daddy's side pieces?
Right.
You basically charging me with messing around with one of your dead daddy's side pieces.
Right.
Amen. That was his understanding. Whether I did it or not, that's still one of your dead daddy's side pieces. Ishbosheth, have you seen the latest poll in the street, brother? Have you seen the latest Washington news poll out? Our numbers aren't looking too good right now, brother. Gotta read between the lines. This game of politics. Our popularity is at its lowest since you have taken office. Ishbosheth. The latest poll is telling us that our message isn't moving the people anymore. See, polling tells the story of how people feel in the streets. Polling tells the story of how white Americans feel, black Americans feel. Amen. White women in the suburbs, what they talking about now. Amen. How white women in the suburbs feel. How people in the city feel. When you give them a poll, polling tells the story of how people feel. And in this story, in 2 Samuel chapter 3, people weren't feeling Ishbosheth anymore, but they were slowly feeling David. Polling. And Abner understood that. Ishbosheth in Abner's mind. The last thing we need is a scandal involving your dead daddy's side piece right now.
Okay.
Amen. See, it's a lot in this Bible when you actually read it.
Yes.
It's a whole lot going on. See, in the Bible, that's all a concubine really was. A recognized legal side piece. All she was. Amen. She was recognized, she was legal. But she was still a side piece. Amen, somebody?
Amen.
And there are a lot of women in our society that are nothing more than somebody's side piece right now. Come on, somebody.
Come on.
A lot of women that are nothing more than somebody's side piece. They get time, but the wife gets the best time. They get a little money, but the family gets the inheritance.
Yes.
See, side pieces in our society don't have any rights. They may think they got some rights. Their kid might get some child support, but they don't have any rights. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. Amen?
Teach it, Pastor.
Because stories are our lessons. Amen. And the courts will tell you, you know how this situation usually ends, right? He usually goes back home. Amen, somebody? Amen. He usually goes back to the real. Come on, say amen this morning. Amen. So, amen, there's no need to really get deep into the story. Amen, Miss Side Piece. Amen. You know how this plays out. Your friends told you how this was going to play out.
Yes.
You should already know how the situation is going to end. See, men in our society need to stop acquiring side pieces, amen, like pawns in a chess game, and get themselves a real queen, amen, in their life. Amen, somebody? And women need to stop allowing themselves to be side pieces like pawns in a chess game, and get themselves a real God-fearing husband that's going to be like the king in their life. Amen? That's what they do. Side pieces only bring stress and trauma later on in life. Amen. And Ishbosheth threw out an accusation at Abner. But this accusation only came out because their political influence seemed to be getting weaker and weaker and weaker. When things aren't going your way, amen, accusations start flying around. Amen. We see nothing but accusations in Washington right now. And Ishbosheth was probably jealous because, amen, he inherited all of his father's side pieces that came to the next king. Amen. It might have happened, it may not have happened. I don't know. Praise God. But I know when accusations get thrown out, a lot of great relationships have ended over these things.
Okay.
A lot of marriages have ended over an accusation. A lot of good business partnerships have ceased over accusations. Amen, somebody? And Ishbosheth was jealous of Abner's standing, so he threw out an accusation. And saints of God, a lot of accusations are often caused because of jealousy and because of anger. The Bible says, be angry, but sin not. See, the best thing you can do when you get angry is to keep your mouth closed. Amen. Come on, say amen. Keep your mouth closed. Be angry, but sin not. So be very careful when throwing out an accusation. God wants us to be very careful with accusations. To be very cautious with using accusations. See, once an accusation hits the streets, it's difficult to reel that thing in. Once it's thrown out into society, it lingers in society.
Yes.
Amen. What's my opinion about Ishbosheth? Amen. Did he do it? Amen. That he threw out to Abner? Did Abner do what Ishbosheth said he did? Amen. It's 50-50. Amen. Because the Bible says that he was captain over Saul's army. Amen. So when you are captain over Saul's army, usually you are the most loyal person to the king. Amen. So in Abner's heart, amen, Saul was in his heart, not Ishbosheth. Amen. So he was loyal to Saul, so maybe afterwards he might have messed around with that woman. He might have messed around with her. He didn't say he did it.
Right.
He didn't answer the question. He just threw an accusation back and he said, "Oh, why are you accusing me? I've been with you all the time." So, amen, as I think about it, amen, I kind of lean, in my opinion, this ain't Bible, this is my opinion, that he may have done it. But by me doing that, I'm also playing the game of accusation. Come on, somebody. Woo! You see how an accusation does? When it hits the streets, it's difficult to reel in. I'm still talking about this same accusation 2,500 years later. That's what happens when accusations hit the streets. That's why you got to be very, very careful, because once they're thrown out, it's very, very difficult, amen, to stop it, because once an accusation hits the streets, everybody's got an opinion about it. Amen. I just gave you my opinion, but I'm playing the game too by giving you my opinion.
Come on.
Hallelujah. See, an accusation can ruin someone's good name.
Yes.
An accusation can bring irreparable damage to somebody. Whether it may be true or untrue, you got to be careful with how you handle accusations. Amen. You got to be careful. Amen. You got to be careful, saints of God. Abner said, "I've been loyal to your daddy's house." There aren't a lot of people like that right now in the house of Saul left that are loyal to your daddy. And not only have I remained loyal, but I helped you become king, Ishbosheth. And I've had plenty of opportunities to hand your head on a platter to David, but out of respect for your daddy, I didn't do such a thing. He's playing a political game right now. And Abner realized that this accusation was a final nail in this partnership. He realized, I need to get away from this guy. This man is small-minded. He doesn't see the big picture. I need to get on the winning team. So there comes a time in your life, saints of God, when you need to get on the winning side, and you need to learn how to stay on the winning side. Get away from small-minded people. Get away from small-thinking people. Get away from false accusations. Get away from jealousies. Hallelujah. Get away from vengeances. Get away from attitudes and tempers. And to realize that God has already spoken success over David's life. He said, "Why am I stuck around this guy right here?" Amen. God did not approve of this man anyway. Amen. But he did approve of David. And God has already spoken over David's life. And Abner knew where the future was and who God was with. Come on, say amen. If you want success in your life, you got to get on the winning side and get on the team that God is with, because you know you're going to have success whoever God chooses. See, Jesus wants you to get on the winning team and stay on the winning side. And when he realized that he needed to get away from Ishbosheth and get with David, he immediately started pouring all of his resources into that team. Amen, somebody? See, Abner was in a position as a politician, and he used all of his skill as a politician to lobby support for David. He said, "If you believe that David is king, then get behind him. If you believe like I believe that God has chosen him, come on, amen, you try and get behind him. Amen, just try and get behind him. Try for victory. Y'all need to all unite and come behind the man that God has chosen." And he immediately poured all of his resources into the team called David. See, Abner was a politician, amen, and he lobbied, amen, support for David, just like a lobbyist in Washington, how they hang outside Capitol Hill, and when all those politicians come out of that room, you got nothing but corporations standing there, handing those politicians business cards, handing all those people people, amen, a piece of paper saying this is what we can do for you if you get our bill passed. And that's all Abner was doing. He was standing outside. He was lobbying support for King David, amen, because he knew where the future was. He knew who the man that God had chosen. Come on, give me an amen. And he reminded all of those on the sidelines that God has already prophesied over this man. God is walking with him. So you need to get behind him. I don't know if David was really in Abner's heart, but Abner knew how to pick the right team at the right time. Come on, say amen. He knew how to play the game. He said, I'm getting with this team right here. And he did his job that God had put into his life. The job of organizing and bringing people together. He united all of Israel and all of Judah under King David because he used his skill. And God used that man Abner. See, sometimes, amen, God will, Lord have mercy. Amen. There was an accusation that came to Abner. But Abner only moved because of that accusation. What are you saying, Pastor? Sometimes, amen, some mess might get thrown out about you.
Okay.
Sometimes some dirt might get thrown out about you. Sometimes things might not go your way like you always wanted to. Maybe that situation is a cause for you to start moving forward in your life. Come on, say amen. You don't know how God is working things out. God said, I need you on the winning team, but I need to get you away from this loser over here. Amen. Because this situation is already done. This situation is already moved on. You need to get on the winning team. You need to get on the winning side. Amen. I want to use you to lobby support around the man that I have already called to do my will, to unify my people, to be a shepherd over God's people. Hallelujah. And he reminded those on the sideline that God has already prophesied over David. Amen. But I like about what Abner of the Lord. Amen. You go to the grocery store.
Okay now.
We preach to people on Facebook right
Come
now.
on, y'all.
You go to the grocery store.
All right, Pastor.
Woo! You go and get your water.
Yes.
You stay in those lines.
Yes.
Amen. Amen. You talking to people with their cart. Amen. I'm practicing social. Ain't nobody practicing social distance. Amen. You know what I'm saying? Amen. Standing on a little marker. Amen. You know how many people violate those markers? How many people violate those markers when I'm there? People bump by me, amen. You know how many people bump by you? Amen. No, it's not for you to get on the winning side. It's not for you to get in church. Amen. We got chairs, amen. We got imaginary markers and people are separated here. Just like they're separated every place you go.
Amen.
Hallelujah. But ain't no place perfect.
Come on, Dad.
Ain't no place perfect. No place is gonna be perfect. Amen. You gotta get on the winning side. I'm getting on the winning side.
Thank you, Lord.
I'm not staying with this joker anymore. Amen. This partnership is dead. When he threw that accusation out, he said, "Oh no, it's over. I got these soldiers looking at me now." Come on, so you gotta understand what that meant. That was like an act of treason that he was throwing out. Amen. That's the king's property. You don't mess with the king's property. That was like an act of treason. And you better believe, amen, Abner started looking at him like, why did Ishbosheth say that? You don't accuse a captain of the army like that?
Yes.
He may have been right. But accusations, amen, have repercussions. Amen. You better have the proof and the evidence. Amen. Have some proof and evidence when you go out accusing people. Amen. I'm not saying don't speak up in wrong situations. Y'all know how I am. Amen. You better speak up. But when you throw out accusations, have some proof ready. Have some proof ready. Because there's a lot of people's lives, amen, at stake right now. Have some proof ready. And he threw that accusation out. And Abner was like, man, I'm done with you, bro. That's how y'all say it, I'm done with you. I'm done with you, huh? I'm getting on the winning side. Saints of God, it's time to get on the winning team. Amen. Amen. Know what the anointing is. Know what the power is.
Yes.
Know where God is doing something in your life. Amen. Facebook, get on the winning team.
Amen.
Instagram, get on the winning team. Stop sitting on the sidelines.
Yes.
Get into the house of the Lord. Come on, say this one more time. Hallelujah. Come on, say hallelujah. Hallelujah. Come on, say hallelujah. Amen. Let's stand to our feet. Amen. And let's lift up our holy hands unto the Lord this morning.
Thank you, Lord.
Amen. The winning side. It's time. It's time. Amen. Stop sitting on the sideline and say, I'm going to be there in a couple of weeks. Amen. You know you're not. You already have your excuse built into your mind. Your excuse is already built into your mind. Amen. We'll be there in 3 months. Amen. No, you won't.
Talk to him.
Amen. Excuses. Amen. You got to put one foot forward and you got to do what's in your heart to do.
Thank you, Lord.
See, when you sit on the sidelines, you're doing what's in your heart to do. But when you move forward, you're doing what's in your heart to do. As a man thinketh, come on somebody, so he is. Amen. The Bible says, as a man thinketh. Afterthought, amen, it's done over here. Winning is down there. Amen. I remember a football story a few years ago. One of my favorite players was Deion Sanders. Prime time. Love prime time. Deion had that Jerry curl when he was at Florida State. And he would dance and he'd get to the end zone. And they can't dance in college. They throw the flag. He didn't care. Amen. I would have danced too. It was college. Amen. Ain't nobody get paid. Amen. Dance all you want. Nobody getting no. People making money, but the players aren't making money. Come on, somebody. I would dance too. Amen. He was selling his own t-shirts at Florida State. That's how broke he was. Amen. They had an NCAA investigation about that man. He was so broke, he had to make his own primetime t-shirts. He said, everybody's getting paid for prime time. That's what he said. Name himself Prime. Neon. He said, I got to make some money in this place too. Amen. He got drafted. He went to Atlanta, played for the Falcons. But then he went to San Francisco. And he won a Super Bowl. Oh, we got 49ers fans right there. He won amen. I love the 49ers as a kid. I love that team growing up. He won a Super Bowl with the 49ers. But then, when it was time to stay with San Francisco, he said, no. He said, well, you just beat Dallas. He said, I'm going to Dallas. And they asked him, I'll never forget this interview. They said, why are you going to Dallas? And he was there with Emmett and the playmaker Michael Irvin. They were all smiling because Emmett went to Florida, amen. Irvin went to Miami, and Dion went to FSU, Florida State. He said, I got my boys with me. He was smiling again, and they were like, oh, this guy, man, he's a clown. He got my boys with me. He said, why'd you come to Dallas? He said, I saw a lot of winning in Dallas. That's all he said. He said, I saw a whole lot of winning in Dallas. He said, you just left a Super Bowl team. He said, I know. He said, but there's more winning here. Yeah, I beat this team last year, but this is where the future is. Come on, somebody. Come on. You got to know where the future is. You got to know where winning is. You got to get on the team of winning. You got to get on the side that God is with. Amen? Amen. That's what Adam said. Amen. Stop staying on the sidelines. Hallelujah. Amen. It doesn't matter if you've been a plotter, a schemer, or skating around the issue. Praise God. Because we all have the ability to pick a winning side. Amen. Amen. No matter who we are or what we've done. No matter who you are or what you've done, you got the ability to pick a winning side. Amen. Let's give God one more hand clap of praise. Hallelujah. Amen. Pick a winning side. Get off the sideline. Hallelujah. And get busy for God. Get busy for the Lord. Praise God. I'm just reading about, I'm going to turn this thing off. I'm reading about a man, amen, that he just didn't wait to get in David's face to start doing some work. He was doing all kinds of work throughout the week for the Lord, for David. Amen, for what God had called him to do. Amen. The job is on Monday, saints of God. The job for Jesus is on Tuesday, saints of God. Amen. The job for Jesus is on Wednesday, saints of God. Thursday, saints of God. Friday, saints of God. Not Sunday morning. Come on now. Sunday morning, get recharged for the job for Monday. Get recharged for what you got to do for Jesus on Tuesday. That's what the winning side is all about. Hallelujah. I hope this message was a blessing to you. Hallelujah. Come on, let's say hallelujah one more time. Clap your hands up to Jesus. Hallelujah. I feel this presence is anointing in this place. Get on the winning side. Stay on the winning side. Don't get caught up into mess. Don't get caught up in the scandal. Don't get caught up in the accusation. Don't get caught up in the sitting on the side. I don't know who that's for. Hallelujah. Get caught up in the work of the Lord. God bless you. We are dismissed in the name of Jesus. We'll see you online Wednesday night for Bible study. Amen. Praise the Lord.